Great, great. Well, thank you to both of you guys for joining us today. As you both mentioned, with both of your careers, you guys are on the intersection of tech, entertainment, and social. And so I kind of wanted to start it off with the elephant in the room. Obviously, during this past year, while people have been stuck inside, there's been a noticeable increase in people streaming content, using and creating social technology. I'm kind of wondering from both of your sides, as you've worked with your current accelerator programs, or even just on the platforms that you're currently on, have you seen any interesting trends with users or companies that people have been adopting more? For instance, is shorter content really going to become the future? Are we basically just done watching films in theaters? Is it just all online? Or like even with like with TikTok or like other just social technologies? Any interesting things that you guys have seen?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely accelerated a lot of change. I think there are a lot of new use cases, and it's really fascinating. First of all, to just imagine what this would have been like 10, 15 years ago. It would have been a totally different experience. Not being able to keep up with the news cycle on Twitter, not being able to exchange messages with friends, not being able to have all these on-demand platforms like being able to binge shows like what Tiger King or Ted Lasso and whatnot. So it's definitely feels, if we had to be in quarantine, 2020, despite the dumpster fire that it is, like technology has made it, I think, a more interesting experience than had we had this happened in, say, the year 2000. Um, that said, I think, yeah, a lot of things have changed. I think, you know, one of the things, for example, like, because I'm at Snap, like augmented reality is becoming more important, right? Like there are a lot of things like for example, in the beauty category, like are people going to go to a store and try on lipstick anymore, in light of a post-COVID world? I don't know, but like being able to, virtually try on makeup or lipstick, I think is a game changer for the beauty industry. Um, Technology has become more important. Like how we communicate and stay in touch with one another has become more important. Even though we're doing Zoom fatigue, and people are snapping one another, DMing, but like that's a bit important part of how we stay connected. Watching my son play Fortnite with his friends still, like that's how they don't talk on the phone like I might have done back in the day, but he just plays Fortnite with his friends. Um, to your question, like are movies done? I do think maybe, and this is the romantic in me, but I still, despite being in technology and short form content, like I do think there's a place for longer form entertainment. I mean, people are still binging shows on Netflix and binging shows on all the different streaming platforms. I think the bar has definitely gotten higher, though, right? Whereas before, like as the entertainment options expand, right, the bar for each one just becomes higher, which I think is an overall good thing, right? When all we had was just the movie theater to go to, well, it was just a place we all went to like to hang out, and so the bar was pretty low. Like it was just more of, here's how we kill time. Now, if I'm going to set aside 2 hours to consume a piece of content, I think there's still the human desire to have that sort of deep, rich storytelling that we're not going to get from short form, but it's just got to be so good. It just can't be like, oh, we're checking off. Oh, we haven't had a romantic comedy on the slate this year, so we're going to add a romantic comedy, and the bar for what that entertainment is becomes much higher because of all the short form content available to people.